Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, with another video. Sorry guys, yeah, sorry about that guys. Thought I heard something. Anyways, as you're aware, haven't been making a lot of videos again, just tired, work and everything. But I feel like I should do a video on this because it's something that a lot of fans have been kind of talking about recently. It's one of those weird position type things in WWE right now. It's a weird, it's a weird situation. Um, Basically, the rumor is going around that WWE thinks that Finn Balor is not over with the crowd. He's not a fan favorite. All this stuff. Again, that's a rumor. And one, I think, because of that regard, I would not be surprised if WWE felt like that because it's Vince McMahon and Road Dogg and freaking Dunn and all of them. So it's just like oh hang on. Hang on guys, Mitch is calling me. Hello, Mitch?
Preston?
I'm making a video right now. I'm actually live on YouTube right now.
I know you're live on YouTube, and I asked you several questions, and you never looked at the comment feed, so I'm going to ask you again.
Well, I'm too busy making the... Sorry about that, guys. Mitch was just being freaking weird again. Yeah, Mitch is being typical Mitch. I need to get this point out because it is a very serious topic. I kind of just want to get this out of the way. So pretty much, rumor is WWE thinks that Finn Balor is not over, and that's why they're not having to get that main event push. Well, this is how it pretty much went down. Everyone is already speculating they're doing Finn Balor and not Roman Reigns, Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar for the title at Royal Rumble. That's the plan. But Vince is canceling the idea due to the fact that they think Finn Balor is not over. And what I find hilarious, because it's typical Finn Balor, he likes trolling with people on Twitter. He's just posting stuff like hashtag over, where he's like beating up Roman Reigns, or he's definitely not over with the crowd, and you see him like waving his arms in the air, and a bunch of fans are waving their arms in the air on Raw. And then what's funny is they did a poll, I guess, recently today on who would you like to see Brock Lesnar fight next, and 41% of the votes said Finn Balor. And apparently WWE delete the poll right after that. Apparently Vince deleted the poll after that, and I find that hilarious. So the fact that WWE did that, I would, again, I don't want to blame everything at WWE, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if WWE has this mindset where they think Balor's not over. Now, a lot of people want to see Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor. And it makes sense because for some people, it is a dream match. They would like to see maybe like the Beast versus the Demon has a nice ring to it. It's another good underdog storyline. But again, I don't want to see it. And it's not because, it's a big guy versus small guy. It's not because of that. It's not because, it's a vanilla midget fighting Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to be that type of person. Because at the end of the day, it's still a Lesnar match. And a lot of people are going to go in the comments and say, well, what about AJ and Lesnar? And I even told you, everyone. I said, when I first watched it, I did not care for it. I felt like it was the same thing, except of It was AJ Styles. But everyone was talking about it, praising it. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, I think people are kind of overhyping the match. I really think it's the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 26 overhyping, where everyone said that match was amazing, and then you go watch it and you're just like, it was good, but it's not gonna be WrestleMania 25 match. You know, it's the same thing with this match. They just praised that this match was amazing, when in reality, honestly, with me personally, I watched this match about a couple of times between Lesnar and AJ, and I want to love it, but it's just, I don't know what it is. It just, it didn't click. It's something didn't click, and I don't know what it was. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe they needed more time. I don't know. Maybe the problem is maybe they just made Lesnar too dominant. You know, like, don't get me wrong, they have AJ do some cool stuff and get some decent offense. But at the end of the day, it ended the same way how I predicted. It was just a bunch of suplexes. Lesnar nearly destroyed AJ. AJ gets some offensive. The only difference was, instead of it being like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it was almost 16 minutes. That's the only difference. So that was pretty much the big difference, and that's why I personally don't want to see Lesnar and Finn Balor, because I know how this is going to turn out. The exact same way, like, Lesnar's just going to win. Like, everyone knows this at this point. Lesnar's not dropping the title unless it's to Roman Reigns. And again, I understand people want to see Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar, but here's the thing. I don't want to see that. I really don't. It's not because I don't think Finn Balor's over. I just think, honestly, the match would not be good. It'd be the same thing like every other Lesnar match recently, ever since WrestleMania 32. I still stand by that. It's just going to be the same kind of Lesnar match. I'm not going to get into it. And it's just another guy Lesnar runs over until he fights Roman Reigns. And then we'll give Roman Reigns everything. And that's the problem. That's my biggest problem. So on one hand, I'm glad that he's not doing this match, but at the same time, if the rumor is true and saying it's because he's not over, that's pretty insulting. I'm not gonna lie. But here's my take for the Royal Rumble anyway. If you're not gonna do Finn Balor, people are gonna be shocked when I say this, but if you're gonna do this right. Just do Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, because apparently now the new plan is doing John Cena and Brock Lesnar. And I swear to God, if they do that match, you can bet your rear ends I am not paying attention to 1 second of that match, because I'm not wasting my time. We've seen that match way too many times now. It's almost as bad as freaking Cena and Orton at this point. Like, I'm really getting sick of it. I mean, we've seen Cena Lesnar had brief feuds back in 2003. They reunited their feud back in 2012. They had a series of matches in 2014, one of them being at SummerSlam, in my opinion, one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my life, and one of the worst main events I've ever seen was Lesnar and Cena in SummerSlam 2014. They had a very bland rematch at 9 Champions. The only time Cena and Lesnar had a good match, or at least a great match that was actually my favoritism list, was when they had Seth Rollins and they had a triple threat match at the Royal Rumble a couple years back. But ever since then, they never done another Cena Lesnar, and that's the thing. They should have never done that, because they realized that they would have done Cena Roman Reigns at that, or not Cena Roman Reigns, Cena Lesnar at that Royal Rumble. No one would care. Quite frankly, I wasn't going to care until they add Seth Rollins. So do not do Cena Lesnar, because no one's going to care, especially if it's back in Philadelphia. No, don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But honestly, I would honestly do Lesnar Roman Reigns. Now, no, a lot of people are kind of shocked I'm serious, but here's the thing. Everyone's not stupid. Everyone knows. I've tried. Like, everyone knows now. No one's stupid. Everybody knows. Anyone with a brain knows this is going to happen. It's going to be Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and Lesnar is going to lose to Roman Reigns. We all know this is gonna happen. We all know Reigns is gonna kick out probably like 3 or 5 F5s because that's Roman Reigns for you. That's just what they're gonna do. But here's our thing. And I give the Lexman a lot of credit because he brought up a good point. Why waste our time? Why insult our intelligence? Just do the match at Royal Rumble. Seriously, just do the match at Royal Rumble. Get over with. No one cares. I'd rather have this Roman and Lesnar match be at Royal Rumble than be probably in the main event WrestleMania. I don't care. Like, don't get me wrong. I still not going to care about the match because I know how it's going to play out. But at least it won't be at WrestleMania or the main event WrestleMania. So that means Roman Reigns won't main event WrestleMania for his 4th freaking straight time. And being another legend, I mean, really think about that. I mean, and nobody wants to see this match anyway. But if you're going to do it, just get over with at the Rumble. Just have Reigns win the title, go in and Rumble as champion. Because at least for one, at least we know Roman Reigns won't win the Rumble. So that's one thing off our backs. But with Reigns as champion, you could do a few other things. Because with Reigns as champion, you don't have to worry about, is Lesnar going to be coming in for Elimination Chamber? Because he's not going to. He's not going to defend a title outside the Elimination Chamber. Because Elimination Chamber is a Raw pay-per-view next year. So you don't have to worry about that. You have a full-timer that's going to be there. So, like, if I were booking this, I would give the title to Reigns. Just to please WWE, I give the title to Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. I do that match at Royal Rumble, not Mania. Lesnar gets time off after that. I would have the Elimination Chamber start being built up toward building up the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I have that being built up for Finn Balor and Roman Reigns because people forget those two are 1-on-1. You know, they have a rubber match. Finn Balor's beaten Roman, and Roman has beaten Balor. So there's story there that you can tell that this third match will be the rubber match is for a Universal title. And this could be Finn Balor's rematch because he still hasn't gotten that rematch, which is stupid. And we know these two can have a good match together. So, again, it's not going to be like Lesnar Reigns where people are going to be, oh, God, this again. People are going to be semi-interested because at least people love Finn Balor. So do that. You know, have it be another good match. And then maybe like it ends in like a controversial end or something. Maybe like both shoulders are pinned or something. And then maybe maybe like Lesnar interferes. I know I hate interference in pay-per-views and disqualifications, but if you're going to do it, make it done right. Have Lesnar get involved. And then Bella for WrestleMania 34, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor in a triple threat match. I mean, why not? You're going to have Lesnar and Balor in the ring. You still get to have Roman Reigns in there with freaking Lesnar. I mean, seriously, what's really the harm in that? What's really the harm? In fact, that would be the best option because you got WWE's biggest draw, Lesnar. You got WWE's golden boy, Roman Reigns, and you got the fans. You got the fans' favorite, freaking Finn Balor in there. So it's almost like even playing field. So everyone has someone to kind of root for. And with that, I think honestly, it'd be kind of a unique match. And I would give it to Finn Balor. Why and how? Triple threat, no disqualifications. The club come out. Gallows and Anderson, they cost freaking Lesnar the match. They hit the magic killer on him. Finn Balor pins Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. New champion Balor Club is formed. And then maybe sometime in the future that could build up to a Balor Club versus Shield match. Like that's how I would do it. Like if I were honestly booking it, I just do that. Reigns Lesnar, Royal Rumble, Reigns wins, just get the match over with. Reigns versus Balor, Elimination Chamber, it ends in no contest. Made by Lesnar interfering because he wants the rematch, he deserved the rematch. And then that fixes to a triple threat at WrestleMania where Balor wins. So that way, Reigns gets the championship, but he doesn't hold on to it forever. And you get to still do that kind of big match, but on top of all, you get to add Balor to the mix, which will help kind of keep a better pace for the match. Or more exciting turn, at least you'll get more interest in the match, unlike if you just did Lesnar Reigns, because, again, like I said, no one cares. No one cares. But if you were to add Balor to this, at least you'll have that slight hope that maybe WWE would do the right thing and give it to Balor. Just give it to Balor and have it for Balor Club. You know, and then you can have him slowly turn heel. Balor turn heel after that. Have the Balor Club, you know, forming. Have Gallows and Anderson be taken more seriously, like they were in New Japan. Win back the tag titles and just be dominant trio. And yeah, Balor Club versus the Shield. That writes itself. That's pretty much Bullet Club versus the Shield. Two of the biggest factions in wrestling right now. I mean, come on. Money's right there. Like, I don't understand this. This is why I get kind of frustrated, because you have the people. You can tell the story. You have money. You can put butts in seats. The problem is they don't have the cojones or the brains to do it. They're too focused on, we need guys like John Cena and Lesnar and The Undertaker. It's like, they're eventually going to be gone. Like, Taker's retired. Cena's, you know, going to leave WWE soon. Like, whether we like it or not, he's going to leave. Triple H, he's not going to be wrestling that often anymore. You know, eventually he's going to be gone. Hell, even AJ Styles apparently is going to be retiring from professional wrestling in a couple of years. So even AJ, you know, will be gone. So he can't help us for very long. You know, Lesnar, you know, he's probably not going to resign with WWE next year, so he's going to be gone. So you need to start building out the talent. That's what we keep telling people. It's like, you need to build your new stars. You can't rely on the part-timers. And really, the only person they've actually tried to put all their eggs in the basket is that they all put the eggs in the Roman Reigns basket. That's it. That's like the only guy to actually give a crap about in terms of build-up. Maybe Strowman. Maybe Strowman being a second, but that's about it. Like, Finn Balor should be one of the top guys, but they haven't done anything. Bray Wyatt should be the next Undertaker, but they've had him lose so often that you can't take him seriously. Freaking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn should be your top heels. Granted, they're not doing too bad right now, but I'd like to see a little bit more. You know, they have so many guys on there. Samoa Joe should be like a destructive machine, but again, he's doing all right. But again, he hasn't won championships yet ever since coming to the main roster. Like, do something with him. Ty Dillinger could be one of the best underdog guys going there, but they haven't done anything with him yet. Like, you have, I keep saying this is the best roster they've had. It's how they've done everything. Like, the booking is wrong. The storytelling is wrong. And it shows. For example, Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan is a great worker. Especially with Fire American Alpha, I liked him. But on the mic and as a character, how he's portrayed so far in the story with Angle and everything, it's horrible. It's really bad. It's torturous bad. And that's why I kind of get frustrated. And again, I don't get it. Like, that's my biggest problem is, if WWE seriously thinks that Finn Balor is not over, if this is like legit true, WWE thinks that, which from just the poll alone and how they deleted it after the results and everything, would not be surprised. But if that's the case, WWE are just stupid, and they just need to let Finn Balor go. In the words of Deluxeman, let him go. Tell Balor that he's no longer welcome here, he can leave. Because Finn Balor right now is too talented for WWE. He's too much of a freaking... He's... The guy has sold tons of merchandise. The guy's over with the crowd. If you're not going to use him, just get rid of him. Just get rid of him, and he'll gladly go back to New Japan. He'll go wrestle Ring of Honor. Hell, he'll wrestle anywhere else. And he'll make more money. He'll pull off a Cody Rhodes if he do. He'll pull off a John Morrison, you know? I just don't understand that, but if you're not going to do Balor and Lesnar, whatever, but do not do Lesnar and freaking Cena. If they seriously do that, that's going to be a waste. That's a waste. If anything, just do Reigns, Lesnar, get out of the way. If I were doing it, just do Lesnar, Reigns, get out of the way. We don't have to worry about that match. And then maybe do like Balor, Reigns, and Lesnar at WrestleMania. I think that'll be a better match. So I got... Sorry, I heard voice again. Her noise again. It frustrates me. Frustrates me. It really does. I'm actually lost for words right now because it's just ridiculous. It's honestly just it's kind of a point where this went from being like a rant to just more just like laughable. So, oh my god, just man, wow, just wow. I really got nothing else to say. If any thoughts on this, comment down below to give me your thoughts. But out of that, I think I'm just gonna end this video off. So take care, all my peeps, and I'll see you guys next time. Wow, just Finn Balor not over. Seriously? Seriously?